This is the Shakti creative energy that some say that Albert Einstein, Mozart, Da Vinci, Nikola Tesla were able to tap into. This is the start of our chakra series. And of course, we're starting with the root chakra. But let me just tell you a little bit about myself first and my story and what brought me down the path of Kundalini yoga. So, I'm Stephanie Piers, and I'm a Kundalini yoga instructor. I'm also studying Ayurveda. I am obsessed with learning how to self-heal and really connecting with the wisdom and the nourishment of Mama Gaia, the earth. There is so much lost wisdom that we are beginning to unearth in our evolution. And I'm super excited to see these ancient Eastern practices begin to make their way into the Western world. So I found Kundalini yoga about 3 years ago when I was in a really kind of like melancholy, dark place in my life. I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was just bored. And I really felt like something needed to give. Like there was more than what I was doing. So at this point, when I found Kundalini yoga, I had already left my 9-to-5 job to be home with my kids. I have 3 boys, and my youngest is now 5 years old. He'll be 6 soon. But I was really missing time with them. And that's why I left my job. I suffered postpartum depression with all 3 of my kids. And then by the time my youngest came around, I knew what to look for. And I knew that I was headed down that path. It's almost like with the postpartum depression, after each child, I never really came out of it. It's like I just kind of moved from one to the next and never truly healed myself. I never got help. I never sought help. And I actually was never formally diagnosed with it. But in hindsight, when I look back at it now, it was such a taboo topic that nobody ever wanted to speak about. And I didn't either. So I didn't. And I'm becoming more vocal about it now. I think that it's a conversation that really needs to be had. But if I had found Kundalini yoga when I was going through my struggle with postpartum depression, I likely would have been able to come out of it a lot more easier and quicker. So Kundalini yoga is really what helped me find that zest for life. It is called the yoga of awareness. So as much as it is a physical practice, it's also super spiritual and mental. You work with the sound, movement, and breath so that you can stimulate specific parts of you to release energy. And essentially, the goal with Kundalini yoga is to awaken that Kundalini energy that's said to live at the base of your spine. This is the Shakti creative energy that some say that Albert Einstein, Mozart, Da Vinci, Nikola Tesla were able to tap into. And ancient rishis and yogis used Kundalini kriya as a pathway to reach enlightenment. So what Kundalini yoga did for me was really shine a light on the parts of me that I needed to heal. And I'm able to become aware much quicker now of my programming, of patterns that are not serving me anymore. Kundalini yoga has really moved energy, stuck, stale, stagnant energy that I don't want in my body anymore, that's no longer needed, and that's not serving me. So it is my mission to help others find this method to be able to self-heal. And you see in society right now, there's so much sickness in the world, and so many people feel so almost helpless or hopeless and reliant on medications just to function. And I want for people to be able to find these methods and modalities, to find that technology within them that they have to be able to heal from the inside out. So it's super special to me. And I'm very excited to bring this to you. But this is a chakra series. So let's talk about how chakras and Kundalini yoga kind of tie in together. So the chakras are energy centers that are they live in the center of your body along your spine. And Kundalini focuses very much on the Shushmana, which is your spinal column. That light, that Kundalini light, it rises up the spinal column, essentially clearing the chakras on your path from root to crown, on your path to enlightenment. So Kundalini yoga is a pathway to what we might say enlightenment, but truly the chakras are a way, or they're a map to be able to not only navigate the physical body, but also the spiritual and the subtle body, your energy body. And Kundalini yoga is a pathway to work up the energy centers, and essentially not so much reach for enlightenment, but that sense of feeling whole. Because I think wholeness, if you feel whole, then you're enlightened. You know, to me, enlightenment doesn't mean you're going to sit like Buddha all day and be like, oh. Enlightenment means that you can work through the triggers of the human experience with ease and flow, because life truly isn't supposed to be hard. We make it hard on ourselves, and a lot of times it's because we have stuck energy and our chakras and our channels are not flowing. The energy is not flowing through them. So if you have open channels, then you're going to be able to flow through life easily. Whatever life throws at you, you're going to be able to overcome with much more of an open heart, more compassion, and more love for yourself. So that is my little spiel about the chakras. How often are you connecting in with that physicality of you, with the connection of you and your body to the earth? And are you prioritizing that time for yourself? Because the root chakra is all about that feeling of safety and security and stability and having a strong, solid foundation. Fear is the nemesis of the root chakra. So I think the colors of the chakras sometimes tend to get overlooked, but when you do enough chakra work, you start to notice the colors of the chakras everywhere, and then you start to make connections with many, many things. So all colors vibrate on a frequency. If you are balanced, we'll start with balanced. If you're balanced in the root chakra, you're going to have strong willpower, endurance, strong connection to the earth and to nature. You're also going to feel a real desire to be in nature often. Also a great sense of self-preservation. So boundaries are going to be strong, and you're going to know your boundaries, and they're going to be clear. Or maybe you have a garden. Maybe you're planting a garden right now at home or in your backyard, and you've planted some seeds, and maybe you're starting to see some sprouts from those seeds that you've planted. Those sprouts first needed to grow roots in order to lift up.